Hey guys, I just want to thank you all for 550 subscribers. This is absolutely amazing, and oh, I hit it so quickly, especially for how inactive I've been as well, and I also want to apologise for that. Yet again, I think I said this in the video coming out earlier today or yesterday that I've been very busy lately, which I have been. Anyway, I want to jump into this one. So, um, this would be starting when he was a kid, but there was two dreams Deku had, and it was one to, of course, become the symbol of peace and become a hero. This he got from All Might, and Deku's second dream was for Jimbob7294, the YouTube channel, to hit 750 subscribers by the end of March. So like and subscribe to help Deku reach his dream. Ugh, I am a scum. Self-promoting in the middle of a video, and I've done it in every single video, and I'm surprised no one's had a go at me yet. But I'm gonna keep on doing it anyway. I'm so sorry. I do have to apologise for that. That's me trying to get my channel started up. Of course, I'm a very, very small channel out here, and YouTube is very, very, very big. So yeah. Anyway, so this story does start when Deku's a kid. So, as a kid, he's always had to defend himself from Bakugo. We know this because there's a kid with the wings and another kid picking on him. So, this incident happened. They were all picking on him. And that's when, out of a sense of justice, um, Deku is frustrated and scared, but still wants to stick up for himself. And that is actually when he triggers his Conqueror's Haki. That's right, he can use all three types. This Conqueror's Haki completely knocks out everybody there, including like onlookers. That there wasn't that many since the kids didn't want to bully him in front of a lot of people because that's just a bit heartless in it. So the Conqueror's Haki activates and it knocks out every onlooker there, other than a weird old man. This old man is later who we will find out to be called is called. Who will like that don't make sense, but this old man we find out to be called Rayleaf. Rayleaf picks up on Deku's potential straight away, realizing that he has Conqueror's Haki. This impresses Rayleaf, and in this universe, he tries to teach every person he can meet that can use Haki. That's because Haki has now become one of the rarest sources of power because it's so much technique focused and a lot less born focused like a Quirk is. So everyone sees Quirk as initial power, and Haki becomes next if anyone ever gets to use it. And it's become rarer due to just I guess I could say natural selection, but not really. But it's just rarer because just a rarer instance. So Deku to use Conqueror's Haki means he's most likely to use another type of Haki. Little did he know he could use all three types. So Rayleaf walks up to Deku, and this is of course really suspicious. So that's when Rayleaf then uses his Conqueror's Haki. This doesn't knock out Deku, but Deku realizes their power. That's because Rayleaf isn't going all out. If he went all out, he could probably knock out Deku in such a young state, but he has quite a lot of will behind him because he has the will to fight and the will to become the symbol of peace, even though he's deemed quirkless. So that's a little bit of a difference to Deku. Instead of being a lot more cowardice, he's a lot more got some will behind him all the time, not just when he's saving somebody, although it's not always out there. It's a bit confusing, but basically he's the same character. It's just using the will that he would have to save somebody as the basis for how the Haki is being sourced. So anyway, Rayleigh then uses his Conqueror's Haki, and this kind of Deku kind of realizes that he can use the same power as him, and that's when Deku asks him actually to teach him. Rayleigh, of course, agrees, wanting to teach the younger generation. So, first of all, he does a test, and basically what he does, he tests Deku's heroism by seeing whether he'll risk his life to save somebody, which he does, and then Rayleigh takes him on as kind of a disciple. Bear in mind, he's still 5 years old at the minute, so he's not even that old. So Rayleigh first tries to discover what Haki Deku actually has. They find out that he has all three types, which is observational, arminant, and conquerors. Sorry if I messed up the pronunciation. Please don't hurt me. I don't know how to say some of these things. But anyway, so this of course causes Deku to want to learn how to use all three types because he wants to be a hero. Because who doesn't want to be a hero? And he especially wants to be a hero because heroes are cool and something like that. Blah 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 blah. So anyway, Deku then trains after school with Rayleigh for the next 5 years. Well, no, not the next 5 years. Well, no, he's training with Rayleigh until canon. Of course, he doesn't want to use his Haki in front of everybody because people know he's quirkless, and people might get a bit suspicious. So he's said to himself he's going to use his Haki either when he has to, or after high school, after middle school, when he goes into high school, he's going to basically become a new person and hope that nobody from his old class is there. Even if he is, he's just going to explain it as he's mysteriously gained a quirk. So anyway, Deku now has a Haki. Right now he can use Armament Haki. This is not that strong, so he can only use it on his whole arm, but that's at a stretch, a bit like you can see on Luffy there. And he can use Observational Haki to get some sort of sense of able to dodge, so you can kind of see when somebody's gonna hit at him, but it's no like future sight. It's kind of like just a little nudge to dodge. This doesn't always dodge if they're pretty quick. So you could dodge, like, let's say a car maybe at a stretch, like a car going, let's say, 40 miles per hour, which is very quick to be fair, but that's at a stretch. As for his Conqueror's Haki, he could take out a crowd of about 20 people that are weak-willed, so that's like normal people basically. So he could walk into a shopping mall and knock out, let's say, 20 people within a couple of meters radius. Any more than that, and that kind of just overwhelms him, and he only knocks out the people that are closer to him. This radius is also very small, being like, let's say like 3 meters from where he can stretch out and touch. So like he puts his arm out, and then 3 meters from where his arm is, from where his hand ends, 3 meters from there is how far his Conqueror's Haki can go, which it's quite far if you think about it, but it's nothing compared to, well, let's say Luffy knocking out, I think it was something like 5,000 fishmen or something. I don't know. Too tired. So anyway, it's gonna start with him getting bullied by Bakugo. Of course, he can't quite stand up, so he kind of just takes it, which annoys Bakugo even more because he's not even like being scared. He's just kind of taking it, and he actually has some sort of just an angry face on, really, but he doesn't do anything about it because he doesn't really want to spark more conflict, but unknowingly to him he's sparking more internal hatred towards Deku within Bakugo, because Bakugo sees it as he's taking the piss. Yeah, he's taking the piss. Like, even though he's quirkless, he's not like flinching, he's not even taking any effect to my moves, which just annoys him even more. It's like an endless loop. And anyway, so Deku eventually gets out, still writing some notes on heroes, and he's actually writing notes on how he could defeat heroes and how he can defeat some villains that are on the news. But when he tells Rayleaf about this, Rayleaf basically tells him, you should probably get rid of them. So Deku now no longer keeps notes like that in the pad, and more keeps more like in a notepad. He more keeps it more in mental notes. So he thinks of like just keeps it in his head, because if a villain gets a hold of them books, that is a big issue, because then everybody like can know blah 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 blah. Anyway, so we are then going to go on to Deku. He's walking home. He's walking home at a quick pace because he wants to get to his lesson with Rayleaf. That is when a slime monster attacks. Luffy being surprised. I'm sorry. Deku being surprised by the sudden attack is able to dodge it due to his observational haki, but he's still kind of surprised by it because the slime monster's pretty quick. Realizing that normal punches won't be able to affect the slime monster, neither will Conqueror's haki due to his determination of stealing and being a villain, he decides to armament up. This covers to his wrist, which is basically all his knuckles of his hand. Yeah. Why am I explaining where a wrist is? This isn't a biology lesson. Anyway, so haki covers his whole fist, a bit like a glove or a gauntlet, and then he punches. This punch affects the slime like it would a normal person. This scares the hell out of the slime, because basically the armament haki works a bit like it would on I think it's a paramecia fruit, like a fruit like ace, or a fruit like sabo, or a fruit like crocodile, or yeah, people like that are no, or crocodile and all that stuff. So basically he gets a clean hit off at the slime. This of course affects the slime because the slime's not used to being hit. That's when the slime tries to take over Deku's body, but Deku basically hits it back and dodges all of its hits using observational haki. But then, due to Deku being worn out, his haki starts to weaken and the slime does start to take over his body, to be saved by All Might. All Might absolutely annihilates the slime, and but this time Deku isn't passed out, and he does ask for an autograph in his school notebook that he pulls out of his back, and All Might happily agrees, says, well done for doing the best you can, you're going to become a great hero one day, and jumps away. Didn't say you're going to become a great hero, he says you have a great quirk, and then jumps away. So in this timeline, Bakugo isn't taken over by a slime, and Deku doesn't get one for all yet. I don't know quite what to do with that. Anyway, so this would jump us into 10 months before the exam. Rayleaf, making sure Deku wants to get in, actually heightens up his 10-month training. This will be on just a slightly weaker level than, because Luffy's training was very extreme. Deku's training was nothing like that because he was a kid. You wouldn't put a kid through extreme training. So it's like mild training what he's doing right now, and it's just umped up a notch. And he's also focusing on strength training, so he can actually get some more power behind the hits. Because sure, he can basically turn his hand into metal, but if he doesn't have power behind the hits, that then well, it won't be as effective, will it? So anyway, training happens, and then it's time for the hero exam. But I guess this is kind of a cliffhanger, and I'm starting so many new series for some reason, so I'm going to leave it here. I want to thank you guys for watching. You're absolutely amazing, and thank you for 550 subscribers. That is just amazing, and hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.